coming from, though. I think it might be coming from my page. Oh, come on. Let's see. Oh, okay, I see it. Oh, yes. Okay, yes. So let me bring Victor in. Hey!
What's up?
All right, everyone. I'm so excited right now. Let me see what it looks like on. I just want to double check to make sure we're live on the computer. Can you see us? If you guys are watching the live, drop some ones. If you're on the replay, drop some twos. I'm just checking to see if Victor is in this live with me, and he is. Boom. Okay, perfect. All right. All right, everyone. So if you are in here, just drop some comments just so we know that like this is working. It took a lot of technical difficulties last time for get this running, but we're here. We're doing it. Okay, perfect. I'm going to share this to my page, and we're going to be good. And if you haven't already, subscribe to our YouTube channel. We just dropped it yesterday. So excited. Literally have no idea.
I'm so excited.
Okay, perfect.
This is really
All right.
cool. I like this little platform.
This is fun. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I found something that actually works.
Good stuff.
Okay, cool. All right, so while we're waiting for more people to come in, I guess we could just like chit chat a little bit about like the YouTube dropping. I'm so excited.
How excited are you? Oh my God.
You have no idea. I'm like, I think that was like the moment where I'm like, we're doing this. This is happening right now.
Yep. Because imagine how long it's been. Like, when did we initially say we wanted to drop it? January 1st or something?
January 1st. And then I feel like, I don't think we were ready January 1st. I think that like the way that things were happening is I think we were rushing. And so I remember you had said, like, we don't have a set date, so we could just drop it whenever.
Right. Like, we're the bosses of this. Like, we created it. We can do we can post it whenever we want, do whatever we want. And I'm happy that we did, kind of waited it out.
Hey, Shannon.
Hi, Shannon.
How are you? Thank you guys for tuning in. We're using a new platform. So if you like what we're doing, please like drop some comments. Let us know.
Yeah.
But you're right though. Like we weren't ready in January, and I'm glad that we dropped it when we did, because this is like, I guess, divine timing.
Divine timing. Everybody's home. We get to all relax and enjoy some feel-good content. Like that's what we need these days, because with the media flooding us with all this garbage and it's keeping us in this state of fear, I think that we need something that's going to lift us up and make us feel good and give us hope, and to let us know that, we are not alone. We do have other people who care and that are still leveraging their own lives despite everything that is going on. So I'm so grateful for you and I.
I know, same though.
We're making waves, and it starts really small, but tidal waves eventually get there.
I know you have to start somewhere, and once you start, the momentum starts to go. So I don't know. I'm excited, and I think that you're right. I think that around this time that we're all like in right now, having something feel good, positive, like something uplifting to keep you going until out of this quarantine especially is ideal. Like we want to be those people for you guys. We want to be those people who come on Facebook. We're like, oh my God, I'm so excited they're here. I want to hear what they have to say, because I follow people like that. And those people really get me, and they put me, I feel like, in this position to be able to do this. It gave me the confidence. It gave me like the willpower, the motivation, and the inspiration to do so. So
exactly. I feel like it's so nice, especially now during this time, to see the people like just coming out of the woodworks and just spreading value and helping people and like just really promoting well-being. And it makes my heart so happy just to kind of see that, because I'm like, yes, this is what we need right now, because a lot of people are scared. A lot of people are kind of freaking out, and they need an anchor, something to hold on to feel like, okay, things are going to be okay. And I think that's why it's such a blessing that we're doing this. you know, because we are those people. Not that we want to be those people. We are those people. It's just a matter if you're going to hop on board and hang out with us and experience it for yourself.
And I know that I'm excited because we came up with this idea yesterday that we're going to actually make a private Facebook group that is going to kind of have more so of us personally, like giving you templates and guidelines and like cool, like work, like almost like worksheets and stuff like that to like take you to the next level, because we want to create a community. This is what this is about, creating a community, being able for you who are watching to connect with us, not only through like digital, but like personally. You can message us. We're always online. And I feel like this group that we're going to create, so excited, because I love Facebook groups, and I love when they're like full of like a community of like-minded people, because it's like, I'm not alone.
Oh my God. It's like you're going to a little rave. I've been to like EDC and all these like really fun festivals. And when I go there and experience all these people, I'm like, oh my God, these are people like me. And it feels so good to be surrounded with like-minded people. And I think that when we make this Facebook group, it's going to be just like that. So I am super excited. And it's awesome because we can provide really cool tips and tricks there. Like, you got the business aspect, I got the mindfulness aspect, and just providing both of those things together can really help somebody who's trying to build themselves up. So I'm excited. I know.
Guys, if you're on here watching the live, drop some comments, drop some likes, some hearts, some thumbs up. Show us that you're with us.
Yeah, let us know if you watched our first video. Sorry.
No, I was going to say that. I'm done.
Oh, man.
So if you watch our YouTube channel, you guys have to follow us, subscribe. I'm like screaming in this camera, like, follow, subscribe.
I know. What is this platform again? It's called Be Live, right? Or
Be Live, yeah.
Yeah. Because I know Joshua was wanting to know that. So yes, it's called Be Live.
There's so many tools, like, and this took me a while to find. I don't even know how I found it. Last week we were trying to come on live, and it was the struggle because I guess Facebook took out the way for you to add someone in. So a lot of people now, they're paying for services. So this is a free trial that we're using, but it's also a paid service once it's done. And you can use Zoom, you can use Skype through here. Everything has like an API key that you have to set up. But in my opinion, this is definitely worth it for social media. Maybe do it just because we're able to come on here. You're able to see our branding. We're able to send you messages, and I love it. I think this is like the best platform.
Yeah, exactly. We're not lagging. You see our face. You get the message across, and I think that's all that matters. You don't need something that's really like, you know, so pretty and perfect looking to get a message across. You know, just kind of hop on. Even if it isn't this app, just use Facebook Live, or if you're by yourself, I guess.
Yeah.
If you're with a person, you can't.
Especially during the quarantine, you can't. When you're like out of quarantine, you guys can be sitting next to each other.
Yeah, but the beautiful thing I think about quarantine is that we do have these apps, and the fact that many of these apps are in their beta form. So, you know, as time moves forward, you know that they're working diligently and trying to make these video apps a lot more lucrative for us to use. So just, you know, be patient. I think if there is someone out there who is looking to get a better video app, time will come for sure.
Justin, what's up? Drop some sevens if you're in the chat. show us you're here.
Yeah, the only annoying thing about this app is that we're noticing is that it doesn't flip. So it's like you're gonna kind of have to work with it somehow.
Yeah, I'm watching us on the computer, and I'm like, it is what it is. We're here, we're showing up, so that's all that matters.
It doesn't look too bad. I'm actually watching it too. It's so funny.
Oh my God, yes. So everyone who is on here right now, we figured we would just come on here and kind of talk a little bit. But if you're looking to learn more about like social media and you want some tips and tricks, I feel like now is the perfect time to ask or drop some comments and let us know, because I'm here. I do a lot of social media and I want to be able to provide as much value as possible.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Because it is social media Saturday, so those will be very, very beneficial questions to ask, because we are here to answer those for you. And if you're also struggling with your mindset, if you're struggling with how to navigate, you know, your way through these tough times, you know, drop some questions in there and ask us how we're doing it, and we're definitely willing to share that as well.
Yeah, because we're like doing everything through social media, and whether it's through Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, like we're here.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I will. Thank you. Thank you. It's nice to see you, or nice to see your chat. It's so funny because like now everything's virtual. So it's weird to say nice to see you because you're really not. Everything is like so virtual. So it's nice to hear from you.
Gosh.
But I'm excited. Okay, so everyone who is in here, because there's 7 people in here right now. If you want to know some things, drop some. I guess I could just go ahead and just start like spitballing some ideas of mine.
Yeah, I mean, let's talk about Instagram. Let's talk about. I know there was something that we were talking about yesterday about the insights and how that kind of plays out. I mean, that was pretty interesting when you told me.
Yeah. Hey, Amanda. How are you?
Hey, Amanda.
So previously, I've done a video on Instagram, actually, the one that I did the analytics and the insights. So if you're trying to like build your business on, let's just say Instagram, or if you just want to track to see like who's on your page, there's a lot of different things that Instagram offers. So let me see if I could try to find my phone.
Yeah. For an example, I know when it comes to insights, it's very effective in helping you to figure out what's the best data post, what's the best time of the data post. And
all right, so this is our Instagram. If you're not following us already, make sure you check out Social Media Made Me Do It and click that follow button. Yes. So Victor and I were talking yesterday, and he was like, okay, so actually you tell them what you were saying, and then I'll tell them what I was saying.
Yeah, so I was asking her a question that I think maybe you might have the same question. So for example, I post pretty much every day. And Mondays on my personal Instagram, I have what I do Mindfulness Monday. And pretty much at the same time, every Monday, I'm posting something that's pertaining to mindfulness. And it's typically around the hours from 11 to 1. And I noticed that some Mondays I'm getting more engagement, more likes than I am other Mondays. And I was confused. I'm like, well, I'm following the insights. You know, it's telling me to post at this time on this day. Yeah. What's going on? And then you help me out.
Yeah. So what I told him is that, okay, so there's a lot of factors that go in with Instagram, because as someone who is an audience to Victor's page, you could be going on there. So let's just say, and I use a strange example, but I'll give you whatever I have close to me as the example, because I used a water bottle and Scotch tape yesterday.
It worked. It really worked.
So let's just say, for instance, this Monday, Victor is posting about like earpods, right? This Monday, it's all about earpods, everything you need to know about it. And then everybody who is on and watching his content, they want to know more. So they're into that kind of topic. And then the next week he's posting about eyeglass cleaner. So it's like, the reason why sometimes your analytics change is based on the content. A lot of the times people want to see more about the earpods that you posted last week. So instead of just posting about it once on a Monday, make the whole month about earpods. Talk about the earpods every single Monday rather than just one day out of the week. Because I've noticed this too, and this is why a lot of the times with my clients, what I'll do is we have like, one of them is called Why Work Wednesday. And so the reason why we do Why Work Wednesday is every single Wednesday, it's why you should be working with this company. Why? So that's the topic. And I know yours is a little bit different because there's so many different components that go in it, where it's hard for you to just like pick one. But if you just pick one topic and do it each month, and this is for everybody who's on here. I know a lot of you are trying to build on Instagram, and now is the time because you're home, you're not working as much, or if you're working from home, you have the time to sit there and actually build your social sites. Start thinking of like topic ideas for like Mondays, like how he has Mindful Mondays, or how we do Social Media Saturday. And then each Saturday, and maybe we can even start implementing this in our page, where every Saturday for the whole month of, well, April's about to end, but the whole month of May, Instagram tips every single Saturday. So they know, hey, I'm coming to your page every Saturday. I'm going to learn about Instagram. This is how it's going to be. And then for June, July, switch it up. Because your audience is always changing. And I feel like sometimes there's no rhyme or reason when the analytics change and the algorithm shifts, because they want to see like real people like on your content. So let's just use our page for an example.
That's really good.
Actually, this is pretty cool.
What?
Well, I don't know if you saw, we got a lot of reach this last week for some reason. I don't know if you saw it. So this is awesome.
Oh, wow.
I haven't even checked it. Yeah, that's actually really, really high. So we have a high reach for this last week. I have a screen protector on. That's why my screen's like kind of blurry. But we're able to see like, okay, the best days that our audience is on is Fridays and Saturdays. Whatever we're posting on those days are the days that we need to consistently be touching on whatever we talked about, because that's what people want to see. And I don't know if you have questions who are in here. I see that there's 10 people on right now. if you have any questions in regards to like your audience, your Instagram, your social media, like insights, ask them now, because I feel like you're going to be searching on YouTube or Google looking for the answers. And a lot of the times they give you the ring around.
Yep. And we're right here and we can provide it for you. So it's like, why not take advantage of it? And I mean, we have a lot of ideas, a lot of thoughts, a lot of tips, a lot of things that we've experienced in our own life that we can post all day, every day to, you know, kind of provide to you. But if it's not really what you're looking for, we're pretty much wasting our time. And we want to actually help you to grow and to be the better person that you want to be. So, you know, we really, 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 really would appreciate any questions and concerns that you may have so that we can go in the right direction and not be all over the place. We're doing it for you.
Yeah, and especially even though we're talking about social media just because social media is Saturday, like we actually do throughout the whole week, like we do Tell Us Tuesday. Sometimes we'll switch it up and do Talk to Us Tuesday. We do things on Monday. We do things on Friday. Like we have these topics that we're talking about, but we'd rather make them more specific to you and what you want to know. Because at the end of the day, like Victor said, we're literally doing this for you because we wish that when we first started out doing all of this, there was somebody doing this for us that we can relate to and actually talk to. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, and to find really good, trustworthy content that can guide you in the right direction, it's really hard these days because, again, like I mentioned in one of our posts yesterday or something, YouTube especially is very saturated. You know, Facebook is saturated. You know, Google has so many pop-ups or websites that come up when you search. So it's really, really difficult sometimes to find something that you really trust and believe in. And, you know, if you already follow us, there's already that aspect of it. So, I mean, maybe you just don't trust us enough yet. Just keep following us and, you know, follow our journey. And you would know that we mean well and that we are trying to help you live a better life.
So there's a comment, I would like to touch upon it really quick. So it could have to do with the day of the week, but you have to, I think of it like this now, because this is like, we're talking about quarantine time right now. Because outside of quarantine, I would say like, okay, people are working Monday through Friday. And I said this to Victor actually yesterday. I was like, people are working Monday through Friday out of quarantine usually. I would say they're going to work in the morning, so they're checking their phone. So that's a good time to post. They're going to lunch at 12 or 1. That's another good time to post. And then when they get out. And then I'm like taking it a step further where you have to know your audience. What kind of content are you putting out? Are they mostly moms? Moms are putting their kids to bed around this time. After they are putting their kids to bed, they're going to be online. So it's just about knowing your audience. I think more so when we're in quarantine, the topic kind of makes it gears, I guess, more towards the person who is watching it, because there's no rhyme or reason right now. A lot of people are just home. They don't have a really set schedule. They're doing like I've talked to people. It's crazy because I've talked to people who are in quarantine. They have not left the house. And they're like, I'm just up all day and I'm literally doing nothing. I'm watching Netflix. I'm on my phone scrolling aimlessly. So they're on all day, literally scrolling, and it doesn't matter. But you also have those people who have a schedule, who are working from home.
Yeah, and I think if it also helps, I think also knowing what platform to be posting on too, because that in itself is super important in what she was saying and knowing your audience. So for example, if you are like, you know, an 18, 19-year-old kid and, you know, you're not really talking about business, you're talking about, I don't know, high school or something, you don't really want to go on LinkedIn to start promoting yourself and start posting all this beautiful content that you might have, because it's not the right audience. You know, you probably have different, more business-oriented people there. So really pay attention to what platform you're at. Where are your people hanging out? You know, how old are they? What did they look for? What interests them? You know, and I think really what's most important is when you're about to post something, ask yourself, is this valuable? Can somebody take something away from this? Would people even care? You know, ask yourself these questions, and if you can answer yes and it comes out positive, then go ahead and do it. And if you're not getting the same, you know, let's say you post it and you're not getting a lot of likes or a lot of engagement, be patient, you know, especially if you're just starting out. It takes time for people to find you. And especially, again, we are on these platforms and they're very saturated. There's a lot of people. So with patience and consistency, you can definitely strive.
I want to add our YouTube link in here too, because I completely forgot to do that. I told them to follow the link below. I forgot to even add it in. So, but I want to add on what you said because you made a good point, and I want to tell everybody who is on here. You could see me, right?
Yeah.
I'm just like grabbing the link. Follow our YouTube channel, is in the comments. But I want to tell everybody who is on here, and I know we get a lot of roadblocks when we're posting, and I was talking to Victor in the beginning of when we were doing all this, because I'm used to doing this like very, very quick. But focus on the content. Don't focus on what, I always say this, and I think it's funny. Don't focus on what like Joe Schmo down the road is doing on his Instagram page. Focus on your Instagram page. Stop comparing your page to someone else's page, because a lot of the times the content is different. You don't know how long they've been doing it, what it took for them to get to where they're at, especially in their Instagram page. I see a lot of times people are comparing the likes. Forget that there is a like number. Don't focus on the likes. Like focus on the content, because at the end of the day, people are looking at the content and maybe they don't want to like it, but they're still seeing it. And I don't think that views really make a difference. And if one person's post can inspire you, and if you don't like it, at least you know you saw it. Because sometimes I'll scroll. Don't get me wrong. I will scroll sometimes and I won't like it, because sometimes I'm just scrolling because I'm just reading. But if I really like something, I'm going to go on their page. I'm bad at this. I'll go and like their pictures. I'll go back to like 2016 and they're probably like, who is this? Why are they doing that?
Yeah, it's because I like your content. Like your content is very good and it's still up here for my own liking. So of course I do the same thing. Like a little stalker. I'm like, oh, I like this, I like this, I like that one, I like this. So why not?
Same.
And,
so is there someone's asking a question. So is there a specific audience you're trying to reach as a whole? So we are both, okay, so it's always different for the page. So depending on, let's just say, let's just use we'll use my business as an example. So the audience I'm trying to reach is not only people who are trying to build on social media. It has to do with social media management, digital marketing management, and a little bit of Forex trading. So that is my specific audience. Victor's audience on his page is completely different than what is on my personal page.
Yeah, I'm targeting more people who are trying to find themselves and who are trying to find themselves through the art of mindfulness and trying to learn these other techniques like meditation and yoga and mindset and how to switch that all up. So it's really just targeting those kind of individuals, because I was that person.
Exactly. They may not like, but if they like the content, they will continue to tune in. And you're absolutely right. There are a lot of times people, and I think this is like more so with like bigger influencers, is that people aren't following them, but they're still liking their content and they're tuning in all the time. And I don't think that a follow and we talked about this yesterday, it's just so crazy. The universe works in so many mysterious ways, but a like and a follow doesn't mean anything. I think that if you believe in the content that you're putting out and you believe, okay, like this represents me, this represents what I'm about, what message I want to get across, then you can have 0 likes and still feel good about the stuff that you're putting out. Because I don't think, and I don't know how things are going to shift, but I don't think that likes matter. I think that a lot of the times people might have 1 million likes on a picture. And I think I said in another YouTube video, and they might have paid for that. They might have just did a bot. Instagram now has all of these bots that are spamming Instagram stories. People are paying for programs where they're able to go in and they're going to view like 100 people's stories just to show that they're there. Just so Victor and I can go in and be like, oh, we got a story view. Who is that? We click it. And now it's like someone we don't know, but they paid for that story. Like they paid for that story, like interaction. To me, it's so crazy what bots can do now. Like not only can they like do that through social media, but like you can reserve sneakers through bots. They'll go in and like jump in before anybody and they're buying the sneakers before a human.
Yeah. So really the overall message is screw the likes, screw the just that. None of that is important. What's important is the content that you're throwing out. Are you proud of this content? Is it something that can really impact somebody's life? If yes, that's it. That's all that matters. Post it. Even if you get one person that comments or replies to you and says, oh my God, this is what I needed today. It's like you're in my head. How did you know? Thank you so much. You just saved me from whatever they may have been doing. And that in itself is powerful. So you don't really, the numbers are nothing. The numbers are insignificant. They don't matter. They're not real.
Yeah. I've had clients where I've had to explain to them like, hey, like we've been building your page for X amount of time. And they're like, why don't I have 1 million subscribers? And I'm like, it's not about that. It's about the content. It's about people want to see people. And if you're posting too, and I will tell you this, if you're not posting about you, like if people don't know who you are behind the page, start posting those things. People like to see people. They don't care, like they don't care if you're posting about like a flower. They want to see you posting about you. They want to see your dog. They want to see what you do, how you do it. Yeah. More into like your life, pretty much.
Yep. And if you're gonna post a picture of a flower, that's fine. You know, be you, express yourself. But actually express yourself. Why are you posting this flower? Why is the flower significant? Why does it matter? You know, because we can share everything about our lives all day long, but people really aren't going to care because nobody cares unless you're going to help them. If you're going to help somebody, that's when they start pouring in. And again, one person is all it takes to really make that dent happen for you. You don't need the numbers. The numbers don't mean anything. You could have 2 million people following you and make no money. So really think about that. One person can see your post and one person only, and they could be like the mayor of a town who knows a lot of the older people. And let's say, you know, if you were posting something like I would post, and then it can get your content out there by sharing your post or something. You know, it could just take one person really. To change your whole life.
No, and I like that. Like I like focusing on the content rather than like who's watching my stuff, because then it kind of just takes all these factors away of like people are going to judge me because I'm posting this. People are going to like, everything is literally pushed to the side and it's just about the content. And that's what I love the most, especially on Instagram. I feel like Instagram and TikTok, because TikTok, when he was talking about the numbers, like it's true. TikTok, you can literally start with 0 followers, post one video, and it could go viral.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Another thing about TikTok also, you can also get a sense of inadequacy on TikTok because it's moving so fast and the numbers are always like kind of changing. And and knowing that very truth that you can go viral on TikTok just by posting one content, that all sounds good and all, but it also sounds scary because like, wow, I'm posting all this content and none of my videos are going viral.
Yeah.
Remember what I said, be mindful that numbers mean nothing. Yes, you can go viral and yes, your follower count can climb, but really there's a lot of people. I was watching a video the other day and people are actually buying, or rather opening up many TikTok accounts and like just engaging with the videos and keeping it on repeat so that the views can go up and that it can keep reaching more people. So
that's not cool.
Cheating the system. So that's how
I'm mad.
Yeah, I know, but it means nothing because you're doing that, you know? So it doesn't really show that people out there actually care. It's you cheating it out. So though you have the numbers, that, you know, the following count and the views, people still don't fuck with you because you're the one doing that. Like it's fake. So let it, just put your content out there, trust in the process. If you're putting out valuable content, that's it. That's all you need to worry about. And not even that, you don't have to worry at all. Because worrying does nothing for you.
And when you're posting, just be mindful, like we were just talking about before, like the time of day that you're posting. If you're concerned about people seeing your stuff, just make sure you're posting at times that you feel comfortable with. Like you're posting it and be like, I'm proud that I posted it right now at 3:35 p.m. And then just let it go and then put it to the side and then let Instagram do its magic.
Yeah, and don't delete your content. That's so important. Do not delete your content. Leave it there. And I feel like the only reason why you should ever be deleting your content is because you truly don't like it anymore. Like you personally, just it doesn't align with your values. It doesn't align with your vision. Then that should be a reason why you're deleting it. But don't delete your content because it's not getting enough likes or people aren't commenting on it because it's been a week or something. Leave it. Leave it. This is your portfolio. This is something that people can come back to later on down the road. You know, that one post that you were thinking about deleting might be the viral post several months down the road. So remember, patience is key.
Victor, you got to read this comment. While you're reading it, I'm just going to touch upon it a little bit. So it's funny because Victor and we've known each other for like 12 years. So it's crazy that we can see the growth to where we are right now. I remember literally a year ago, this month in April, Victor had came over my house. We were talking about Instagram, and I was giving him a lot of like tips and tricks on how to build his Instagram. And at the same time as I provide that value to him, he provides it right back with me with mindfulness, which is awesome, because even before like Victor and I got close again, because we kind of like drifted, then we came back together, I was focusing a lot on self-development, but I didn't have anyone who was like that close to me who was into it. So I kind of felt like almost like an outsider sitting in my room, reading these books, doing self-development with no one to talk to. And then all of a sudden, like Victor was on this journey of self-development and mindfulness. And we kind of just like the fact that like we're just so aligned, because he's into social media, I'm into social media, I'm into mindfulness, like meditation, self-development, and so is he. And so it's like the best of both worlds, because I feel like when you're building a business on social media or you're just trying to build it, you need both. And I feel like we're like the perfect like dynamic. So I love your content. It literally makes my heart explode right now. I'm so excited that you said that
comment so much. Oh my God. And it's true, because, you know, as you're building up a business or you're building up your own like personal life, you need to ground yourself. You want to be calm and live in the present moment, and, you know, rid all the worries and rid the anxieties and rid the, you know, just rid the noise of the world and just focus on you and what you're trying to obtain in your life. And I think that's where mindfulness kind of comes into play, because it really helps you to keep your, you know, to keep you here now.
Yeah.
And that in itself will help to clear your mind and really execute on whatever business idea or whatever goal that you have established for yourself. So,
and we focus a lot on business ideas because we have like an audience that we know that is focused a lot on building a business online. So this doesn't always have to be in a business. This can be in your real life. Like I feel like the tips and tricks that Victor provides too on his personal Instagram, it's more targeted towards you as a human rather than you as like building something. And if you haven't already, check out his Instagram, because there's a lot of value on there.
Yeah, I'll drop the link, or if you want to drop the link, I don't know if I can, but if you add me on Instagram at To Whom It May Concern, the number
I'll drop the link.
Yeah, Whom It May Concern, but she'll drop the link down for you guys.
Yeah, so you can check out his page. And I appreciate everybody who is on here right now watching. We have 6 viewers on right now. And out of the 6 people that are on here, if you have any questions, please just send us some comments below. Interact with us. We're here. It's Saturday. We're just hanging out, doing some work. But we're like, every Saturday, we're going to be on live.
Yeah.
So
every Saturday,
you're not going to get rid of us.
Yeah. We're going to try to, well, we're definitely going to go on live every Saturday. The time that we're looking to aim towards is 3 p.m. as of right now. That can change as time moves forward. But it will be 3 p.m. and we're going to be switching it off. We're going to be doing Facebook one week and we're going to go on Instagram live the next week, because we do have an audience there too. And we may even, you know, show up on TikTok as well, because we have an audience there too. So we're everywhere.
And that's where you have to be. You kind of have to know your audience and be everywhere. Like, you had mentioned something before. So I'm on LinkedIn, and I know you're on LinkedIn, but a lot of this content that we're doing right now, we don't post that on LinkedIn because we know our audience. We know that so many people on our LinkedIn are more business oriented. A lot of them are looking for leads for their business and all this other kind of stuff, looking for jobs. So we don't post this kind of content on there. This is not even good to say, but I don't post that much on LinkedIn. I'm on LinkedIn, but I don't post that much.
Which LinkedIn is on the rise right now. They're saying it's like the second version of YouTube. So definitely something I'm going to look more into, and I think that you should too.
Yeah.
Because it's definitely on the rise. There's over like 67 million people, or don't quote me, but there's a huge number of people on LinkedIn who aren't active users. And I just found out one of the metrics or one of the numbers, and that out of all those people that are on LinkedIn, 3 million people are actively on it every day. That is a small amount of people and a lot of room for organic reach. So definitely something to look into if that's the kind of direction you know, you would want to head, given that that's your people, that's your audience, that's your space.
Yeah, nope, I agree. I'm just trying to see if there's anybody coming through right now. I'm like, because I feel like on my end the comments are lagging, because I just put my links in and they were like lagging a little bit.
Yeah, no, same here. I noticed that.
Okay, cool. All right, so what else can we talk about? Because I feel like there's so much that we could talk about.
There is so much. I mean, even I just wanted to like also touch on LinkedIn, because like I said, I was watching a video just last night actually, and that's why it came up to me. But I was thinking that with LinkedIn, even with my mindfulness stuff that I do on To Whom It May Concern, I think that would be a really beneficial thing for me to start looking into. Because I follow a lot of people in healthcare, a lot of nurses, and I know that what they're going through right now, just being on the front force of all this craziness, they're going through it. You know, their mental health is probably deteriorating because they're so scared. They probably have a family at home, and if I can provide them with these mindfulness tips and tools that I have developed for myself, because it's obviously working for me, maybe it can work for them, and to help ease their anxieties during this time, because I care about my nurses and I can try to help them out through there. So definitely want to look into LinkedIn's.
No, that's a good idea. That's actually a good idea. And I know that a lot of people so like I manage LinkedIn pages for my clients, and I do notice that there are a lot of people actually putting videos on LinkedIn, and I've noticed that the videos get so many views, and I'm like, okay, I don't even know how. I don't know. I'm not an expert in LinkedIn, clearly, as you've just heard me say. I'm not really on there, but I see people using it, and I see the reach it gets for my clients. Like, holy cow! I did a post for one of them. It got over 20,000 views in less than 1 day.
Wow.
One day, and I'm like, what?
Well, think about it. I mean, just using some critical thinking, you can imagine that that LinkedIn would be something good for videos, because video is on the rise.
Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you, but she's leaving. So thank you so much.
Oh, thank you so much. We appreciate you so much.
I love those kind of. You got to read it first and then get back to what you were saying.
Yep. You're great. Love that. But yeah, like I was saying, video is on the rise, and we know that it's been talked about for so long now. And now we're starting to see videos come up even on Instagram, on Facebook. YouTube is still a very big, major thing. So given the rise of video, it makes sense that LinkedIn is also moving in that direction of video. So video is really powerful, and that's something that I took away from the video I watched yesterday. The girl was saying, videos.
Yeah.
That's really important.
I say that to all of my clients, video. And it's funny now because a lot of them will send me videos. A lot of, like, I've told people to buy ring lights, I told them to buy tripods, like video. Yeah. But the thing that we have in our cars, because I was doing this for a while. I had a thing on my car where I would set the phone on and I could record myself while I'm driving. It's hands-free. I don't see anything wrong with that, in my personal opinion. So I told my clients, hey, if you're just driving and you have ideas, record. Yeah. People want to see people, and anything that you can do video-wise, love it.
Right, and I think that's another beautiful thing about you and I doing this and, kind of entering this journey together, is that when you're doing social media, you obviously, like we just said, video is a big thing. But I think a lot of things that are holding people back from doing video is their mindset. They either have very low confidence, or they just have low self-worth, and they don't feel like they look good on camera. They're just not confident. They feel like they're going to be judged. That's something where I come in, where I can help guide you in a direction that can get you away from those thoughts. Those thoughts are not relevant because they're not, well, they're relevant because they're thoughts that are coming up in your mind, but they're not the truth. I think that the only reason why these thoughts that come up that tell us not to do something that we really want to do is because we're giving it power, so that's also something that we can talk about another time, but definitely know that videos are massive. They're important. It gets people to really know who you are. And if you're struggling with that, reach out to me and I can definitely guide you or help you whatever way.
Yeah, no, for sure. You guys should definitely do that. I want to touch on too, because it's funny. I'm a very introverted person. I try not to say it as much because I don't want that to really be my reality, but I'm very more to myself, quiet kind of person. And I've been doing videos for a very long time. You can even ask Victor, I was that friend back in 2007 who brought a camera with her everywhere. And I didn't know why I was doing that. I didn't think about it. I don't even know why I was doing that, but I had recorded everything. I had pictures of everything, but so introverted. I was still making videos. And my biggest thing, and we talked about this yesterday, and I'm working through it, is the fear of judgment, because I do feel like sometimes people are judging me. But when I come on live, and it's so weird, I don't feel that. And you would think, oh, well, you think people are going to judge you. Why are you posting videos? When I'm on video, I almost feel like I'm talking to like I'm talking to the world, yes, but you guys, if you're judging me, I can't see you. So I don't care if you are or not. It's interesting. It's interesting. It's really interesting. And I think Victor actually, he helped me yesterday because we talked about it a little bit, and he gave me some great insight, and it's some insight too that could probably help you if you're dealing with like these things as well.
And I mean, it's only something that I just recently overcame myself. I mean, just in a year. I remember when I came up to you and you kind of brought the idea to me that videos are, you know, something that I should be looking into. And
Yep.
I was nervous because of the kind of brand that I made for myself prior to what I'm doing now. Like I was different, you know, the kind of following that I had created for myself on Facebook alone have been people that I partied with in my past and people that know me personally, and they kind of never saw this light or this version of me. So to create a video on this new brand that I'm trying to build for myself, it was scary. You know, I felt like I was going to be judged, and I felt like I don't even look the part. I don't sound right. You know, I was like beating myself up until I just decided to do it. And I really thank you for that, because you were really my motivation almost to just hop on and just do it. And, you know, and then we did the 90-day video challenge, which was also very effective in helping my confidence and helping my, you know, just giving me that ability to throw video on social. So just all of that collectively through time and consistency and patience, I was able to overcome it, and I'm doing it.
No, and I love it. And I love the growth. And thank you, Justin, too, for tuning in. I appreciate it. I'll talk to you more later. I'm glad that you came in and watched our live, and it brought you some value. But I'm literally so excited. Like, I'm just so happy with the growth that we've, like, I guess, progressed over these, literally a year. I'm going to say as a year, because a year ago, when we were sitting here in my room, I would have never thought we would be where we're at. Like, it gives me chills. Like, it lights my soul on fire, because you saw to me, like, when I quit my job, like, you saw, and that was literally a year ago, guys. It sickens me. It's like, what the heck?
So much happens in a year. And like, you know, even just sitting with you, and I remember just saying social media made me do it. I was like, yo, let's do something with that, Candace. Like, I love that. I was like, we have to do something. And we, you know, just that we sat on it and we came up with it. And even at that time when it was still very fresh and we had no idea where it was going to go, I still had so much hope and still so much like energy for it. I was like, I don't know what's going to come out of this, but I know something is going to come out of it. And it's only been a year, and I'm so happy about it. But just think about the whole entire life, our whole entire life that we still have to go, and things that we can do. And I love this. I love it.
It gives me goosebumps, because it just goes to show, and for everybody who is watching this now on the live or on the replay, that if you set a goal and you just literally set the goal and not worry about how it's going to happen, it will happen. We didn't actually focus on like how we're going to get a YouTube channel or anything in between. I don't think we even like put any of that kind of vibes into this channel at all. We just were like, we're doing this. It's going to happen. We don't know how, why, where, when, but it's going to happen. And we set the intention.
We
didn't know why. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And we knew, and we just didn't know the rest of it. We just knew why. And I think that's most important. Know why you're doing what you're doing. If your why is something that's outside of you, you should probably reevaluate why you're doing it. It should be something that really tugs at your soul, at your heart, and something that really makes you feel good. And if it's giving you that, then you should be doing it, no matter what. I mean, if it's safe and it's going to keep you well, of course.
Yeah. I forgot who I was speaking to, and they were saying, you know, like your why should like kind of make you cry. It should make you cry. It should make you feel the feels of, oh my God, this is going to happen. Oh my God, I'm going to feel like this when this finally happens, like the feels. And I'm like that person. I get the feels. Like if I feel so passionate about it, we could be laughing for hours and I could just be crying. And I'm like, why am I crying? I'm so excited. This is sick.
You know how many times it's happened to me where I'll just be driving and I'll just be thinking in awe, like how we're doing this thing. Like I'm like, I'm actually doing this thing. Like, and then I'm like, me and Candace are actually doing this thing. And I'm like, how is this happening? And then just, I'll start bawling my eyes out. I'm like, why? You know, I don't question it. I just like, let it come.
Same.
Let it come.
Yep. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, I love you.
This has been fun. How long have we been on? We've been on for 45 minutes.
Yeah, you want to just cut it short now? And
yeah, we could jump off because I feel like we provided just enough value in that we don't want to come on here and like bore you guys. We don't want to come on here and drag something out. Like we just want to come on here, spread value, and come on every week so you have something to look forward to.
Yeah. Stay safe, everybody. Please, don't worry about what's happening outside of you. Focus in on you. Focus in on the ones you love. Focus in on your breath. And, just keep the hope where you're not alone. We are all in this together and we will overcome it. Like, for sure. I'm not just saying that. Like, I know we will overcome. I don't know because I don't know. Nobody knows anything, but I'm pretty confident that we will get through this. So.
Oh, thanks, Victor or Hector. I just said Victor. I got confused. Thank you, Hector, for tuning in. If you're just tuning in now, we're about to hop off, but watch the replay. If you have any questions, reach out to us. We're more than happy to respond. We're like I will say this, and I will forever say this. We are always somehow, some way on our phone. We're getting the alerts, so ask us anything. Feel free to reach out. And with that being said, I guess we're gonna hop off here.
Yes. So thank you so much.
Thank you, guys. And I never turned this off, so I don't know how to do it. So bear with me. This might be an awkward 2 seconds, but okay. All right. Bye, guys.